Don't miss the debates by Nigerians and friends of Nigeria on issues surrounding Nigeria from around the world. My name is Kayode Ogundamisi.
Hello, good evening, viewers. My name is Kayode Ogundamisi, and you're welcome to Politics with KO special edition. We've been having 2 hours for the past 2-3 weeks, and that's thanks to Ben Television, because it's election time in Nigeria, and we don't want to miss anything out. But there's something that is missing in Nigeria. We've got over 280 girls missing for several days, and what is actually quite painful about this is no one knows where these girls are. The Nigerian government have done everything within their own limit to try and get these girls out, and we can't find them. There's been conflicting signals, and what is actually more painful was that earlier today we got international news reports that the captured town of Baga, there are reports that some girls were killed by fleeing Boko Haram activists, we just hope and pray that even though as sad as it is that we have people killed, that missing Chibok girls will be safe. But I want to talk about a move given to this cause. Let's hear from Maureen.
Name, please.
My name is Maureen Bariat Kabuk. Yeah. I'm an entrepreneur, a member of Bring Back Our Girls Group.
Okay, we've seen you quite a number of times at the Unity Fountain ground. How many days now?
311 days that the Chibok girls have been abducted, less 15 days. That's how long we have been sitting. Yeah,
so people sit
296
out,
days.
People sit out every day?
Yeah, we sit out every day from 4 to 6 p.m.
Okay. I've spoken to quite a number of your members, and you've got challenges, people coming in to disrupt. Tell us one or two incidents that you've witnessed.
The one I can vividly remember was the one that we got attacked when the government, as alleged then by Mr. Doyin Okupe, as we learned, sponsored a group that came to disrupt our sitting at the Unity Fountain, and those were in the early days. And they used to hire these crowds with these women from the markets that they used to bring with some young people around, and they bring them and they just come and carry placards shouting and chanting, release our girls, because we say bring back our girls. And they came and they were chanting, and we knew it was from the government circle, because on one of the days that we protested to the presidency sent a delegation of ministers and some government officials to come and address us. And the Minister of State of FCT read out the president's address, and in it, the president did say that we should channel our campaign to Shekau and ask Shekau to release our girls instead of asking them to bring back our girls. And that was where we knew that the people who came to the Unity Fountain chanting release our girls definitely must have come from the government circle. And they attacked us on this fateful day where we were just there as usual as citizens who have rights in their country to express.
So what's the difference between release our girls and bring our girls? Because government would have a legitimate request that, look, the president is not the one keeping the girls, it's Shekau.
Yeah, he's not the one keeping the girls, but the responsibility lies with the president, because that's what he swore to on May 29th, 2011, to defend and protect the lives and welfare and properties of every Nigerian. And Chibok girls are no exception. It is their right to be rescued. It is not a privilege. It is their right as enshrined in the Constitution. And so for us, who else to hold responsible if not Mr. President?
So there'll be this argument that, see, the Chibok girls are not the first girls or first Nigerians that were kidnapped. There have been kidnappings in the South. There were boys that were killed in the Northeast. I think 47 boys murdered. And why Chibok girls?
It is as a result of all of these failings, just as you have rightly mentioned now, the 49 Buninyadi boys who were murdered in FGC, Buninyadi, Yobe State. 20 people were abducted at some point in time. But before then, let's not forget the killings in the Northeast started as far back as 2009. Men in uniform were being attacked by Boko Haram after the killing of Mohammed Yusuf. Before you knew it, Boko Haram now started targeting certain people who were preaching against what they were doing. And before you knew it, they started burning markets, churches, mosques, you know. So a lot of people had died even before Chibok Girls were taken. But there has been an overwhelming silence from the government and from the citizens. And an active Nigerian amongst us, Mrs. Hadiza Bala Usman, felt that when Chibok issue happened, we didn't even hear from the Nigerian state. The government was silent. There was this denial of this girl's abduction. Nobody was coming out to speak to us until the parents came to Abuja to protest and insist, because there was this conspiracy theory that was going on. Oh, no girls are missing. Oh, no girls are. And for 18 days, there was no address from the government. But before the 18th day that the president was forced into addressing.
Hi viewers, that's Victoria Kabrik, and we want to say that all these interviews, the full length, we'll upload them on YouTube so that you can follow the full conversation. And we had Victoria there,
Sure.
Maureen there, sorry. We had Maureen there. Maureen was just quite emphatic that, look, don't push the responsibility, just not to check out that the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He's the only one citizens can run to.
Okay.
Does she have a point there?
No. When I was growing up, we had a pet goat. The pet goat's name was Ramu. He was actually a ram.
Yeah.
And one day he got stolen. I don't recall my brothers and I ever going to our father and demanding, bring back our goat. The goat was with the people who stole him. Thieves, by nature of what they do, are people who operate outside the law. Kidnappers, the same thing. Shekau abducted the girls. Blaming President Jonathan for the abduction and continued detention or continued holding of those girls is wrong.
Okay.
We want him to bring them back.
Okay.
That's Shekau, not the president. But we,
Okay.
you know.
One of the conversations I had with the Bring Back Our Girls movement is that they've been saying, look, the accusation, at least from Doyin Okukwe, is that they are one-sided. But they've been saying, look, this is an open ground. Everyone is welcome to come and partake in our campaigns. When you visited the
Right.
campaign, did anybody stop you or try to say, don't come and talk to us?
They didn't stop me from talking, but on my way out, a few people came to argue with me. And
From within the movement or from outside?
no, people who were sitting around, that why do you support Jonathan? Jonathan is this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And I said, look, this is not the time, nor the place for this. I support my candidate. I proudly support him. You support yours.
And
Please go ahead.
In that little conversation, did anybody touch you, molest you? Or
Molest? No.
it was
I mean,
just
I'm a relatively big guy. I don't think people will try and do that
Because
necessarily.
I want to tell you my own experience.
Okay.
You know, and maybe after this program you watch on
Sure.
YouTube. I was walking on Elephant and Castle, and I had a Jonathan supporter confront me. He had two of his children literally pushing me, and
Why?
was quite agitated, and I just felt, wow, this is interesting. So when you see that kind of contrast, is that the kind of relationship we should be having, even if we oppose a candidate?
No, I think personally, I'm passionate about my candidate, as are you.
Yeah.
But you and I are here.
Yeah.
We're laughing. We spoke before we came in. We'll talk after. It's politics, not a gladiatorial.
Don't miss the debates by Nigerians and friends of Nigeria on issues surrounding Nigeria from around the world. My name is Kayode Ogundamisi.